Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Great Awakening. If you are just joining me for the first time, welcome to the show. I don't know what I'm doing with the YouTube still. If you have not seen the first two episodes, that's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't need to watch it. You're here now. This is a very pivotal point in human history. The Great Awakening, the Great Divide, some might call it. The Dream, some might call it, of collective consciousness. The Matrix, some may call it. Whatever you call it, wherever you're at, welcome. My name is Matt Parsons. I am currently in the back of nowhere in Australia. If you're not watching from Australia, welcome. Welcome to the Great Awakening. If you are having a spiritual awakening, welcome to the show. Wherever you are at in that awakening, who knows? Who cares? We're all in this together. It is a personal journey, but I believe it also is a collective one. Of course it is. We are all part of the same whole. We are tiny little fragments, if you will, of light. Just happen to be in a body that wanted to experience itself in all different ways. Humans, animals, plants, trees, the ocean, whatever you can think of, it is consciousness experiencing itself. Like one big lucid dream, if you will. Or a play, or the Matrix, depending what level of awakening you are at. You could be at the very start just seeing through the illusions of the government, realizing the government does not want what's best for you, which I always thought would have been just common sense. I thought it was common sense. I thought everybody knew that the government doesn't give a fuck about you. I thought it was common sense. I was watching movies when I was younger, looking at FBI and whatever, CIA doing dirty shit on movies, and I was thinking, well, they gotta get this shit from somewhere. They didn't just make this up and be like, whoa, this never happens. Of course it happens. So I thought it was complete common sense not to trust the government, especially when they tax you on everything. Let's go down that for a minute. Let's go down that path for just a minute. The government taxes you on everything and anything. But not, well, let me think about this. The government taxes you on everything, anything and everything. They tax you on tax. People don't find that weird. No, that's just life. Is it? Is it? Do they need your money to fix the roads and build infrastructure if you don't see any roads being fixed or any infrastructure being built? Where the fuck does your money even go? Nobody questions it. Well, except for the people that are awakening now. But, super weird. And let's go down another path for a second. I've been trying to wake people up for a long time now. And I've been trying to use COVID as the method to wake them up. Because it's plain as day that was absolute bullshit. Plain as day. If you still can't see it, I don't know what the fuck. No judgment, but you just don't want to see it at this point. Like, COVID was so much bullshit. And that's how I try to wake people up, through that lens, if you will. It hasn't worked at all, of course. My family doesn't listen. It's retarded. Like, don't even try. Stop trying to wake people up. Stop trying. It's a nightmare. Just focus on trying to help the people that are going through an awakening already, that are starting to see through the illusions. The other people will maybe catch up, maybe, probably not. Okay? We're going to have to leave them behind. We're going to have to leave them behind. I didn't want to. I was trying to wake them up. We're going to have to leave them behind until they're ready to see, if they're ever ready to see or not. So I was trying to use COVID as the example to wake people up on how retarded the whole thing was. They told you to wear a mask to prevent spreading. Doesn't make any sense. The mask is paper fucking thin. How is that going to stop anything? So that's one thing. Then they told you to stand 6 feet apart if you're out in public. 6 feet? 6 feet? That's going to stop transmission. Alright? What else did they say during COVID? COVID was fun, wasn't it? COVID was fun. It showed you how many people out here in today's society don't really think for themselves ever. They never critically think. Turn the wheels. They go, oh, okay. The government said, Simon Says, jump. They said how fucking high. People were angry with you. Remember, people were angry with you if you didn't do these things. You better wear a mask. You'll kill grandma. Even though she's already on death's door. Don't worry about grandma. It's a joke. Calm down. But anyway, so for anyone with eyes to see, COVID was absolute. None of it made any sense. But then, they were going 10 steps further. Let's see how far we can take this. And let's see if anyone notices. Right? So then they were like, you now have to get the COVID vaccine, or else you're going to lose your job if you don't, or whatever. You can't go here, you can't go there. And let me tell you, out of absolute fear is why most people fell for that and got the jabs and probably more than one. Because I had a job. And I wanted to go places at that time also. And I did. You know what I did? I just got a fake COVID vaccine pass, whatever. It was complete fake. Had it on my phone. And was just using that to go everywhere. Well, it wasn't that hard. People were like, oh, no, but I had to because of my job. Hey, no judgment from me. All right? You wanted to keep your job. You thought it was legit. Fair enough. But this was back in 2021. And the fact that people haven't questioned it since then, well, the awakened people are. But the sleepers, they're still not willing to even have the conversation. They're still getting vaccines. I know people that are still getting booster shots now. What? What? Why? Crazy. It's a crazy, crazy world / dream we're all fucking living in. Alright? So, I tried to wake people up through the lens of COVID. The easiest way, I thought, would be that way. I thought if they're going to get to be able to see through some illusions of the government, that'll be it, right? You can explain pretty easily this was retarded, this made no sense, yada, yada, yada. Didn't work. Didn't work. Did not work at all. Just didn't work. It just didn't work. So, you know, you can only try so much to wake people up. Wake up, Neo! You can only try so much before you realize this is not really worth it anymore. You got to leave these motherfuckers behind, man. They don't want to see it. Leave them behind. We got to focus on the awakening process for ourselves and all the other people that we may be able to help and guide through, because it is a collective process. I've been hearing a lot of selfishness out here all over social media, all these light workers. All these light workers. Let's talk about all these light workers that are claiming to want to help people and then say, by the way, sign up to my course. By the way, pay me money. Crazy. Crazy. I mean, I get it. You got to make a living, but come on. People out here are crazy selfish. It's a collective experience as much as it is a personal one. Yes, you should go and do the shadow work and whatnot. I'll get to that. But it's crazy out here. It's crazy. I've seen a lot of shit on social media. A lot of people claiming to be awake that are still very much asleep. I don't know what's happening. I don't know, some people just seeing that spirituality and all that content was becoming a thing, so they were like, let me jump on the bandwagon and make some shit and not actually having awakening. I don't know, man. There's a lot of people out there saying some shit doesn't make any sense. A lot of people out there are saying, oh, a lot of people are in that victim mentality, stuck. But they might be having an awakening, but they're stuck in that victim mentality where it's just like, oh no, my family used me as a scapegoat. Oh no. I mean, that might be true, you know, because it is for a lot of people. But get over it. Like, move on. I'm seeing a lot of people just get stuck on phases, stuck on the government, stuck on the elites, stuck on the Jews. What? You know how many people are stuck on the Jews? The Jews run the world because Kanye said it one time. You know how many people are stuck on just that, focused on that? Not realizing that they want you focused on that. They don't care. They don't care if you find out that the Jews may run everything. They don't give a fuck. They don't care. They want you focused on that. They want you focused on the conspiracies. They want you focused on the elites may drink adrenochrome, baby's blood. They want you focused on that. It might be true. It might be true. But also, I have seen zero evidence of it. Have you seen any video where a celebrity was actually drinking baby's blood from a baby? Have you seen the evidence? I've seen zero evidence. I've seen a lot of shit that may be suspect. I've seen a lot of shit that may lead to this, that may lead to that. But I haven't actually seen video evidence of that. Yes, I do think it's suspicious that people like Ellen DeGeneres all of a sudden look 80 years of age overnight. Yes, I think it's suspicious. She might drink baby's blood, but they want you focused on that, or they want you focused on the Jews, or they want you focused on your shitty government being shitty. You know how many people are still stuck on that? I know people that were awake back in high school, well, not awake, but I know people that were conspiracy theorists back in high school. They were talking about this shit. Getting the all-seeing eye tattooed on them and shit. Back in high school. You know how long that was ago? I haven't been in high school for 10 years. People were talking about this shit back then. And those same people now are sharing shit on Facebook about how shit their government is. Judging, alright? I'm not judging, but at some point I'm like, you gonna move on? Are you gonna move on from that? Yes, your government shit. You know why your government shit? Because England's government shit. Because France's government shit. Because Africa's government shit. I don't know if Africa has a government. I'm sure they do. It's shit. Everybody's government is shit. You know why? Because they're all working together. They're all in one big club and you ain't in it. Or you are. You might be. You might be in it. I don't know. I'm not in it. I'm not going to lie. If they come to me with an offer one day saying, do you want to join the club? I'd be tempted. I would be tempted to join the club. If you know what club I'm talking about. Would I join? Probably not. That doesn't sound like fun. I might join. Fuck it. Yeah. I might join. Because that side is currently winning. Because outside is fucking getting stuck on this shit, getting stuck on the external. Or just stuck on paying bills, or just stuck on their relationships, or just stuck on whatever the fuck. Fair enough. Fair enough. I'm not judging anybody who's stuck. I was there. I myself had got stuck for a while. Not really, but sort of. I got stuck on the government stuff for a while, but at the same time, I didn't. I figured out that I should be doing some inner work. So I was doing that. Focus more on the internal than the external. Whether that was my external life or the government. Or whatever. I'm not judging anyone, man. I am not judging anyone. Whatever stage you're at is whatever stage you're at. Especially if you're only just having awakening now. If you're only just waking up now and seeing through illusions, that's fair enough. I'm not talking to you when I'm saying move on. I'm talking to the people that know they're stuck out there on the same exact shit for years. For years looking at the government. For years looking at the Jews. You know how many people are out here screaming, Jews! The Jews run the world. I'm not saying they don't. They might. But they want you focused on that instead of going within, instead of meditation, instead of shadow work, instead of healing from trauma. They don't want you doing that. That's what they don't want you doing. So they want to keep you focused on the external in any way. So it's all a trap. It's all one big trap. I mean, it is useful to go down the rabbit holes. It is useful. I did it for a long time. I studied. I studied the government. I studied the elites. I studied Hollywood. I studied the Jews. I studied religion. I studied it all. But now I'm saying I studied it all so you don't have to. So I can tell you, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You don't need to go down all those rabbit holes. I did. Took a lot of fucking time. It took up a lot of my time to go down through all these rabbit holes. You know how much time it took? Took me years to study all this shit. Took me years. It's probably like 2 years. It took me some time of my life where I could have been living. So I'm telling you, whether you're at the start of waking up or not, move on from the government. Move on from looking at elites. Move on. Move on to looking within. Looking within. That's where the real answers are going to be. Yes, you can look at some of that stuff. It's a little bit useful, but not really. It's more just to trap you. More to trap you for sure. Especially once you figure out that we are the co-creators with the universe and the people who run the world don't have that ability to manifest and create. So some people would say they put it in your face and they tell you what they're going to do before they do it so that they don't get bad karma. Sort of like if you gave someone a poison apple and you didn't tell them and they died, that would be your fault. But if you gave them a poison apple and you had a sign up saying poison apples for sale and they still ate the apple, then that's more their fault, right? So I get that. But also I think it's an element of they can't manifest because they're at low frequencies and they may worship Satan, so they can't manifest and co-create. So they want to tell you what they're going to do to put your attention onto those things so that we end up manifesting and creating the nonsense for them. Because wherever your attention goes, that's what you will, whatever you are focused on, wherever your attention goes, that's how you will manifest and co-create with the universe. So if all your attention is on the government, if all your attention is on the government and what they're going to do by 2030, what their plan is by 2030, and you're going around telling everyone this is what they're going to do by 2030, what do you think you're doing? You are helping it. And I'm not judging anybody. I was there. I mean, I wasn't telling that many people. I wasn't really telling that many people, but I was right there with you in that. This is what they're going to do by 2030. Smart cities and da 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 da. I don't even want to say it anymore. I don't even want to say it. I don't even want to say that they're planning to lock us all up in smart cities. Look, I just said it. Fuck. Now I'm helping them create that to happen. Do you understand? So we don't want to be helping them create and manifest things. Okay? We don't want that. Time's already speeding up enough. We don't need to help it. We don't need to help them. You either work for God's side, or I rather call it source or the universe. Some people might think of God as in the religious sense. Fine. That's fine by me. I have nothing against religion. I don't even want to. That's fine by me. I see God as source, the universe, the creator, higher power. That's how I choose to see it. So, we can create with source and then we become the co-creators. So we don't want to be helping these people that possibly worship Satan or just dark energy. We don't want to be helping them manifest this into reality. We don't want to be speaking about the WHO and what their plans are for 2030. That's probably not a smart route to go down. Okay. Sorry I'm a bit all over the place. Still new to the YouTubes. Still don't give a fuck to learn how to edit and all this shit. It's going to be raw and unfiltered all the time. Built different. Alright, I did take some notes. I did take some notes so we're not all over the place too much. Okay, if you are new to the awakening, if you are just seeing through the government illusions now, what you don't want to do is have fear. Okay? I myself am a very rare person, I think. Because I know a lot of people that are asleep still, that if they woke up to the illusions, they would probably lose their shit. That didn't happen with me. That didn't happen with me where I was like, oh my God, oh, this is a lie. Oh my God, depression. Ah. That didn't happen with me. I don't know what your experience was when you first woke up. But that did not happen with me. Let me tell you how I woke up. I was around some conspiracy theorists at the time. I remember a couple of them trying to tell me some conspiracy theories. And I didn't want to listen to it. I was like, get away from me, you're a conspiracy theorist. What people do to me now, I was doing then. Ironic. The irony. But, yeah, that's funny. But, so I was not listening to the conspiracy theorists, but I had a couple around me at the time. And then I think how it happened was Andrew Tate came about on the internet, and I started to listen to a couple of his videos and him talk about COVID. And then I was thinking about it myself. I was already thinking about myself before that because they were trying to push the jab at that time. And I was like, this doesn't make any sense. I'm not fucking getting it. No, thank you. Lock me up. They didn't. They didn't lock me up. There was no repercussion, actually. So when people were so scared, not to go back to this, but to go back to this, when people were so scared to get, that they had to get the jab or else they would lose their job, some of us just didn't. Some of us just didn't and said, I'm not going to do that because I don't want to put some shit in my body that I have no idea what it is. Let's go on that for a second. We'll get back to the awakening in a second. I know I'll be a bit all over the place, but we'll go back to COVID for just 1 second so I can make a good point. Do you know that if your child has cancer, you have to pay hundreds and hundreds to thousands of dollars to get treatment for your child that has cancer? You have to pay money. And when COVID was happening and they said, here, get the jab, it's free, nobody thought that was suspicious. You have to pay hundreds of thousands of dollars or whatever it is for your child that has cancer. We're going to care so much about you to give this shit out for free to everyone? How does that make any sense? How does that make logical sense in people's minds? That's the thing that always baffled me. And then people don't even think about chemotherapy in itself. Imagine you go to get chemotherapy because you have cancer, which is just radiation to the brain. That in itself doesn't even make sense. That can't be good at all. Be like putting your head in a fucking microwave for however long. That cannot be good. If you ever put a plant on top of a microwave, it dies. It dies from the radiation. So none of that makes any sense. I just want to put that out there. None of that makes any logical sense when you really use your mind to think about it. And not what you're programmed your whole life. Oh, chemotherapy is good. Saves people from dying from cancer. I'm not saying it hasn't. But I am saying it doesn't really make logical sense when you think about it. Did that person not die from cancer because of radiation to the brain? Or did they not die from cancer because they believed with everything in them that they were not going to die? Belief is a powerful thing, my friend. Belief is a powerful, powerful thing. More powerful than most people know. So I'm just going to put that out there. They said, take the jab. It's free. But if your child has fucking cancer, you have to pay your whole fucking mortgage, sell 2 houses to pay for that. But we care about you so much. Get 10 boosters. The fuck? Anyway, that's my last COVID rant. For now. I might do a whole episode on COVID one time. Come back to it. So I know people hate that shit. Because I'm right. I'm right. None of it made any sense. Alright. Let's get back to awakening. And my experience. I was around conspiracy theorists. Listened to some Andrew Tate. I already had the questions about COVID. I didn't take the jab. Or maybe I did. If the government's listening, I took it. I took it. I took it. I don't want no smoke. All right? I don't know nothing. I'm an entertainer. I'm a comedian. I am a comedian. I'm not a guru. I'm not trying to guide people. I'm a comedian. None of what I say is actual based in fact. It's all theory. What do I know? Just some guy from the back arse of nowhere in Australia. But I would never ever kill myself. Just thought I had to put that out there. Okay. So I was doing all that, listening to some Andrew Tate, thinking using my own mind. That's powerful. Most people don't even know how to do that. And that might be offensive to anyone that's watching that isn't going through a spiritual awakening. If you are watching and you don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, change the channel. Or keep watching. But don't get annoyed. Or do get annoyed. I don't give a fuck anymore. Whatever. If you're watching and you think I'm just crazy talking shit, whatever. Wake up, Neo. Okay. And then at some point, I'm pretty sure I did some DMT. If you don't know what DMT is, I can't remember what it actually stands for either. What does DMT stand for? DMT stand for what? I did it and I don't even know what it is. Yeah, whatever that is. Dimethyltryptamine. It's a psychedelic compound naturally found in some plants, animals, and in humans. When you die, your brain releases DMT as you die. That's a fact. I haven't died, but I'm pretty sure that is a fact at this point. So when you die, your brain releases this stuff that you can also smoke or probably do some other ways. I smoked it. I did some DMT. And let me tell you, boy, that shit was crazy, son. I don't know how you're supposed to do it. I think you're supposed to do it with your eyes closed. By the way, I'm not telling people to do drugs, even though it's more of a spirit molecule. It's more like your ayahuascas, your mushrooms. But it's also natural. It's found inside humans. In fact, if you do breath work, if you do a lot of breath work, you can get yourself to release DMT naturally. So you don't need to go smoke DMT. You can do it naturally. But I'm just saying my experience. And I smoked it. That shit was crazy, son. I kept my eyes open. I don't know if you're supposed to do it with your eyes open, but I did it with my eyes open. And that shit was crazy, son. It was the most crazy 15 minutes of my life. Or 10 minutes. It only lasts like 10 or 15 minutes. And then you're back. You could drive after. You could drive after. It's not like drinking. It's not like smoking weed. You're fine again. You're back. You might not have an ego for a while, which is great, but you're back. But in that experience where it was very intense, the most intense thing I've ever felt in my entire life. And I think that is what ultimately got me to really start waking up. Because yeah, there was conspiracy theories and yeah, there was whatever about COVID. But once I did that, I was like, oh shit, whatever that was, whatever the fuck that was, is way more real than this reality. It just felt real. I was like, oh, this is real. Whatever this is real. I couldn't put it together straight away after. But I was like, this is real. This feels more real than this 3D reality we're living in now. So already I was like, whatever the fuck that is, that's real. This isn't. So already I was questioning, what is reality? And then from that point, I think I literally went to sleep. That night, I woke up the next day and just started questioning everything I'd ever been told in my life. It was just whatever you can think of. Simple shit. School. I was thinking about whatever they taught us in school. Whatever. Simple shit. And I was like, hold up. None of this makes any sense. You know, I went to school for 11 years. There's not a damn thing that I use today in the real world besides English and math, which I could have learned without school. You know how crazy that is? 11 years I went to school and I didn't learn a damn thing that I can actually use here today in the world. That's fucking crazy. You know what's even crazier is I know that had to have been the experience for most people and they don't even question it. And then they send their kids to fucking school. You mean to tell me you went to school, you know full well you didn't learn fuck all jack shit. You didn't learn fuck all at school. You know you didn't. Stop lying to yourself and saying you did. Unless you went to university or college or whatever and you became a doctor, lawyer, whatever, then maybe you learn some stuff. But you learn some stuff in university. You're saying you learned some shit in high school or primary school that was actually helpful? You're lying. You're lying to yourself. So this is the world we live in. Like, people literally go to school, learn nothing, and then send their kids there, tell them the same thing their parents told them. You have to do well in school. You have to get good grades. If you want a good job, knowing full well that that's absolute bullshit. Don't need good grades. You can get a job fine. There are people that went to university or college that have degrees that still can't get fucking jobs. And the guy that dropped out of school can get a job just fine. This is the world we live in. It's madness out here. When you have an awakening, this is the stuff that you can see easily. So easy. Like, why? Why couldn't I see this before? Then you look around and nobody else can see it. Except for the awakening people. Everybody else is just fully asleep, just sleepwalking through life. Hey, hey, hey. Just sleepwalking. Okay, where was I? Sorry, I get on rants. I might get off topic, I get on rants. But, and if there, I do want to state if there is any background noise to this video, which I know there is, it's because my microphone picks up on a lot of shit. It's a bit noisy out here. It's a bit noisy where I am, but I don't have other options. I have people that live here and whatnot. This is what I'm working with. So if you can hear some shit in the background, get over it. If you don't like it, change the channel. You're gonna hear some shit. Over it. Alright. Now we get back to what we were talking about. What the fuck was I talking about? What was I talking about? God. No wonder people be waking up and going back to sleep. I forgot what I said 2 minutes ago. They're like fucking... No wonder I went back to sleep a few times. Oh. So if you have gone back to sleep and woken up again a few times, it is fine. It is fine. I can't remember what I did yesterday. Okay. Where was I? Oh, yeah. So I did the DMT. And then I started questioning everything, the school, the government, everything. And realized just one thing leads to another, it leads to another, leads to another, leads to another, leads to another. This, you pull this string here, and you'll get this string there. Pull this string, you'll get to this string. You pull this string, you'll get to this string. And it just goes on and on and on and on and on. Until maybe eventually you get to a point where you realize, oh, everything is all not a coincidence. There are no coincidences. Doesn't exist. It is all very either planned or meticulously constructed by design. Yes. So, if you are new to the awakening process, this is probably where you're at, going down the rabbit holes, finding shit out. Maybe you're freaking out. Hey, don't freak out. Do not freak out. Do not fear. That's what I was trying to say. That was not my experience. I didn't freak out. I was more like, I'm learning some shit. And it felt like I'm learning real shit. Almost for the first time. I felt like a young kid, just like, wow. Wow. I'm learning some shit. So I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the process of it. Until you get to certain points where maybe you find out that human trafficking of children is the biggest thing in the world today, bigger than selling drugs. How crazy is that? There's more high demand in selling children to the highest bidder today than there is in selling drugs. Don't quote me on it. I'm not saying that's a fact. I'm saying that's the conclusion that I have come to. That is true. If you've seen Sound of Freedom, the movie, you might have come to the same conclusion. So once I got to that point, that was a bit depressing, for sure. And then not being able to wake people up was very depressing, for sure. Realizing that your own family is probably not going to be able to come on the journey because they don't want to, because they don't want to wake up, they don't even want to have the conversations. It's not their thing, they're smart, they know everything, blah, blah, blah. So all that was a bit depressing, but once you get over that, it's alright. It's alright. You know, if you are struggling with trying to wake people up, just maybe not try so hard. You know, you can plant seeds, for sure. You can plant seeds, but maybe just send them some stuff on Facebooks or the Instagrams. Maybe just send them some stuff. You don't have to try and have arguments with them, you know. That'll make it worse. They're probably not going to listen if you're trying to argue with them. And they're probably not going to listen anyway, you know. And that's alright, because people are supposed to wake up in their own time. And some people may never wake up, and you're just going to have to accept that. Some people may never wake up. And that's fine. Even the awakened people out here don't want to wake up, bro. Even the people that are having awakenings don't want to wake up. It's fine to go down the conspiracy theories. It's fine to go down the rabbit holes. It's fine to talk about it for fucking years. But once you get to the inner work, once you get to the shadow work, shadow integration, once you get to healing from trauma, everybody runs away. Everybody's gone. They don't want it. They don't want to do it. They don't want to know about it. They don't want to face themselves. So I get it. I get why people want to be stuck on the government and talk about it for fucking 15 years. I get it. It's no judgment. Sounds like I'm judging, but I'm not. I'm not. It's no judgment here. It's fair enough. If you are, again, new to the experience or awakening, or you don't even know what that is and you're just seeing through the illusions and you calling yourself a conspiracy theorist, fine. Welcome. Welcome. It's good to have you here. Good to have you all here. If you are watching from anywhere in the world, I love you all very much. And when I say that, I mean that shit, yeah? I mean that shit. Because I understand, I'm at the point of understanding through this process of awakening that we are all one. That we are souls inside of a body having a physical experience. Yes, we are human beings, but we are also spiritual beings. We are also souls. I like to think most of us, but there are obviously people that sold their souls. There are obviously people that, like the Hollywood people, you know, Justin Bieber's, for example, sold it, gone, you know, just for an example. I'm not saying that's true. I'm a comedian. I don't know what I'm talking about. If you like JB, it's love. It's love for JB too. It's love for everyone. Because we are all part of the same whole. We are one. Consciousness. I'm all over the place with this shit. I'm a bit all over the place. But I don't give a fuck. I don't care. It's going to be raw. It's going to be unfiltered. It's going to be rambling. It's going to be ranting. It's going to be me probably not even talking in my real voice until I get used to it. Get over it. Get over it. All right. Where are we at? Where are we at? I took a few notes, but not really. Okay, of course, you have a lot of people out here on the Facebook Reels and YouTube Reels and TikToks that are talking about spiritual awakenings or awakening. A lot of people out here just with love, and it's all love, it's all light, and it's all happy days. I'm not going to lie to you and say that is the case. That is definitely 100% not the case. Is there love? Yes. Is there light? Yes. Are you going to have a lot of happy days? Yes. Are you going to have grateful days? Yes. But it's not all that, okay? A lot of it is pain. You're going to have to go through some pain. You're going to have to face yourself, which most people do not want to do at all, bruv. They don't want to do it at all. Most people say they want to do it, heal. They don't. They don't. Most people do not want to heal. They do not want to forgive. They don't want to look at themselves and be truly honest with themselves. Another thing about human beings, all right? What I have figured out is yes, everyone's playing a different character or a different mask every fucking 6 seconds of the day. Alright, some people are different around their spouse. Some people are different around out in the world than they are around their family, around their kids, around their friends. It's all just different hats people are wearing, it seems like. All different masks, if you will. It's all different masks, really. But anyway. So there's a lot of characters that we all play. Whatever. But also, mainly there's two people that one person is being. And it's the one that they show the outer world, and it's the one that they think they are in their head. And let me tell you some shit. Most people are so fucking delusional. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with being delusional. If you want to be delusional and have delusional self-belief that you can do anything in this world, amazing. But if you just walk around being delusional about how great you are, and you're so great, and everybody else is a problem, and blah, blah, blah. Like most people out here in today's society, and you're not actually that honest with yourself, it's crazy. Most people think they're the version that they are in their head out in the world, and they're not. They're not even close to it. They're not even close to it because they lie to themselves so fucking much. You know, how can I prove that most people lie to themselves? Well, you look at most people and they work 9-to-5 jobs in an office or a trade or whatever. You're fucking telling me that was your dream when you were a child, and that was everybody's dream when they were a child. All the electricians out here, they all wanted to be electricians. They couldn't wait to be electricians when they grew up. And I'm not judging you if you're an electrician trying to provide for your family. That's fine. If you have a job trying to provide for your family, that is great. Actually, you should want to provide for your family. But I'm just pointing out that you think all the people out here doing the trades or working in the office or whatever the fuck with their 9-to-5s, they all just wanted to do this? Nobody had bigger dreams. Nobody had bigger aspirations. Come on, man. That's bullshit. I call bullshit. So that's how you know most people are lying to themselves. They got a job every day that they probably don't even fucking like. Hey, I work a job too, okay? I work a job too. I work on a dairy farm. And was that my dream when I was a kid? No! But I don't lie to myself and say it was. I don't go around saying, fuck yeah, I love my job. It's the best thing ever. I'm very real about it. I say, I work a job to make money so I don't have to be homeless. That's it. So most people out here are lying to themselves. And I'm not saying I've never done it, because I have. But most of the time, I'm pretty fucking honest with myself. Even through addiction. And I was like, I'm going to give up soon. And then I would be like, no, I'm probably not. I would be honest with myself at least. At least I would be honest with myself a bit later on. I would tell someone, I'm going to give up soon. But then when I was by myself, I would go, all right, probably not. Probably not. Yet. Whatever. Judge me. Go ahead. But I'm saying that this is how I know, because I have lied to myself before, and I know that I didn't have these dreams of working a 9 to 5 job, that this can't be so much different for the average person out here. So they must be lying to themselves, which means they're not even close to the person that they think they are in their head, which means 90% of today's society are fucking delusional. And not in the good way, because there is good delusion. You should be delusional if you have a dream that doesn't seem obtainable. You should be at least a little bit delusional. But I don't have the dream of becoming a basketball player because I'm 5 foot fucking nothing. I love to play basketball. It'd be great. But I'm not going to be that delusional and say, okay, I'm going to go play basketball now. I'll make the NBA. Because I'm 5 foot fucking nothing. It's not going to happen. So I'm not saying don't be delusional. I'm just saying don't be delusional about who you are on a day-to-day basis. Okay? But most people are. Most people in today's society are crazy, crazy delusional. I know fat people out here. Nothing against fat people. If you want to be fat, you can be fat. That is fine. I'm not going to judge you for being fat. That's fine. You can do what you want. You have free will. But there are fat people out here that talk like they're the best thing ever. Like that's the delusion that we're at as a society. Where fat people will walk around saying, I'm great, or I'm the man. You ever heard a fat person say, I'm the man? That's just crazy, son. You can't do 10 push-ups, but you're the man. Because some chick was like, oh, I'll get with a fat guy. I don't fucking know, bro. I don't fucking know. It just seems like we live in crazy town, Looney Tunes world. And then people say, oh, maybe it's a disease or whatever. They can't help being fat. You know the level of fat people that I have seen, like obese, some fatties that have gotten skinny, and these moderate fat people out here are like, nah, whoop, it's a disease. That'd be like me saying I had addiction issues because it's a disease, which a lot of people do. And someone said to me one time also in my family, like, it's a disease, right? No, it's not. No, it's not. It's not a disease that you're fat. It's like it's not a disease that I chose to do dumb shit. I just chose to do dumb shit. There might have been a bit more reasoning to that. Trauma. I'm going to say my nervous system was all jacked up because I didn't know that trauma gets stored inside the body, and alcohol or marijuana helped me be me a little bit more. Sure, I could make up reasons. I mean, that is true, but I could say that and you try to use the excuse, but I don't. I just say, I chose to do dumb shit. That's what I'm saying. That's the level of delusion that we live in today's society. People that don't even know have been through addiction at all will tell you it's a disease. The fuck it is. The fuck it is. Just like being fat is not a disease. I don't care. Maybe there are some reasons, just like there are some reasons of why I was an addict character. That is not me. Also another lie people tell you. You are your habits. Fuck off. You are not your habits that you do. Okay? Don't believe that shit when people keep sprouting that shit. Okay? A lot of people out here keep saying that. You are your habits. Oh, really? What if I change my habits like that? Then I'm just a completely different person? I don't feel that fucking different. Eating healthy, not doing addiction. I don't feel that fucking different. It's bullshit. Everybody out here just feels like they know this and they know that. Da 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 da. Ego is a motherfucker. I don't even think most people know that their ego exists. I don't even think they know it's a real thing. They will try and tell you it is if you fucking have some confidence in yourself. They say, oh, you're too egotistical. Even though you're just confident in who you are and they don't know who the fuck they are because they keep lying to themselves every day. Heating up on this podcast, episode, whatever. I keep going on rants. I keep getting away from the actual awakening part. But whatever. I don't care. I hope you're enjoying it. If you're not, I love you anyway. Because I do love everyone. It sounds like I'm being judgmental against fat people or whatever. I'm not. I'm just giving you the real. I'm giving you the raw shit. I'm giving you the truth. The truth shall set you free. People don't like the truth. We live in a world where you can't handle the truth. That is one of the biggest sayings, or the most true sayings I have ever heard in my entire life. Most people out here cannot handle the truth. Especially not raw. So I'm going to give you the truth. If you're going to watch my YouTube channel, you're going to get the truth. Whether you like it or you don't like it. I don't give a fuck. I am not here to be liked. I don't want clout. I don't care to blow up on the internet. I don't give a fuck. I just want to tell the truth. All truths. So yes, there's going to be awakening truths. Yes, there's going to be societal truths. Yes, there's going to be personal level truths. Yes, there's going to be truths, just truth of all kind. I'm telling it. And I don't give a fuck. Alright? Makes people uncomfortable. I don't care. Good. That's my job. I make people uncomfortable. God sent me to piss the world off. Alright. I am rambling now. I need to structure these better, I feel. For sure. Because I'm rambling like a motherfucker. I don't even know where we're at. Awakening. Yeah. Awakening. Alright. Oh yeah, that's what I was talking about. Yeah, all of the fake-ass light workers out here. That's what I was trying to say before I went on everybody's fake. Because everybody is fake, for the most part, in today's world. And if you don't like that, then you're probably fake too. Most people are fucking fake. Alright? You have fake relationships out here. You got fake friendships. Trauma bond this, trauma bond that. You know how many relationships that I've seen in my entire fucking life? I've seen a lot of people in relationships. A lot. You know how many people I've looked at and said that's real love, where these people make each other better people day in, day out, grow and evolve, real growth, real evolution. You know how many people I've seen of that? Fuck all. You know how many trauma bonds I've seen where these people do not grow and do not evolve? They just have children and they pretend like they're growing and evolving even though they're doing fuck all. Pretend like their life's so busy even though they're doing fuck all. Most relationships I've seen is just trauma bonds. It's literally trauma bonds. It's not real. It's not real. I mean, yeah, they may have love for each other, sure. But are they in love? Are they really in love? Are they making each other grow and evolve constantly to become better people constantly? No. It's just trauma bond after trauma bond I'm seeing out here. And it's not that hard to see. It's really not. Then they break up, maybe. And then they go talk shit about each other. That's how you know it's a trauma bond. If it was real love, you wouldn't do that. You'd be like, I had a great time with that person. They were a great individual. Just didn't work out over time. Whatever. Do you see that in today's society? Or do you see a lot of people just going around, yeah, that guy, fucking dickhead. Yeah, that girl, fucking whatever. It's retarded. Yeah, it's retarded. I look at all the relationships that I've seen in my family, immediate and overall bigger family, aunties, uncles, whatever. It's just trauma bonds out here, man. It's just trauma bonds. I'm going to get in trouble for saying that one. It's trauma bonds. Call that real love? I look at some of my aunties and uncles, they look like they have the same exact life they did 20 years ago. 20 years ago. Before they had kids. They look like they're the same people, ain't shit changed. I'm not judging them. You want to be in a trauma bond? Whatever. You think it's real love? Whatever. I don't care. I'm here to upset some people. I'm here to say the truth. Okay? Because I don't give a fuck anymore. I don't care what people are going to say. Oh, Matt, you're a dick. Great. That's great. I don't give a fuck. Alright? Done giving a fuck about people's opinions, perceptions. So once you realize that we're all fucked up, like I'm pretty sure David Goggins says that we're all fucked up, that most people are just better at hiding it than you. And that's the truth, man. Because I showed up just authentically me in my adult life. Nobody told me this was a costume party. You're supposed to put on the fucking mask and walk around. Nobody said that. Nobody told me this was a costume party. I showed up as me. I didn't have a costume. No one said this is Halloween, you're supposed to wear this, and I just showed up like a dickhead with no fucking costume. Nobody said that. Nobody let me know it was a costume party. So I just showed up real. Whatever that looked like. Messy for the most part. Messy. But it was real. But it was real. That's one thing I can be proud of. Might have been messy. Might have been toxic at times. Might have been fucking... Some of the stuff I look back on, woo! Not proud. But it was real. Most people out here just pretending. Oh, I'm so great. They're not. They're not. They're just better at hiding their fucked upness than you are. Or than I am. So we live in Fakeville, where everybody's fucking fake. Alright. If you're going through awakening, I'm sorry I keep getting off track. My bad. But you're going to learn today. You're going to learn today. Everything is fake. It's all fake. All of it. The illusions, the government, the people walking around. It's all fake. It's all fake. If you If you if you go up to someone and you say, "How are you today?" and they say, "Good," and then you see that person for 20 days in a row, and you see that person, you say, "How are you doing today?" They're gonna say, "Good," every fucking time. So you're just good every day? You're just good every day? You're not. That's how fake most people are. They can't even tell you the truth about if they're good or not. They don't say, "I'm having a terrible fucking day, life's falling apart." I'm not saying you should say that. But you could say, "Maybe I'm not that great," you know. But nobody's doing that. They're just good. I'm good. Yeah, life's good. Good, mate. Every day? Nobody's good every day. So if people are willing to lie about such small things, I'm not saying I've never lied, because I have. But at least I'm honest about it. Some people just, "Oh, never lie. Never lied in my life." It's crazy. We live in Fakeville. Fake people. With fake government. With fake food. You ever look at the food? You ever look at the food you eat from the supermarket now? Even the healthy shit's fake. I was cutting an onion the other day, and it just peeled. The whole thing just peeled back, and I was like, "This whole thing's fucking fake. What is this? What is this? The whole thing's fake. It's all fake." What happens when you wake up inside the dream? You realize everything and everyone is fake. Not everyone. Alright, that's a bit harsh. Not everybody. 90% of today's society is fake. 90%. You can't tell me any different. 90%. And everybody watching this, "Oh, not me, not me. I'm real." Okay. Okay. I believe you. Alright, we should probably get back. We should probably get back to the awakening part of the... I keep getting off track. I know, I get on rants. Just shit annoys me. It just annoys me that everyone's fake, you know? It just annoys me to no end that everybody is fucking fake. And they keep pretending. Even people that I know, that they know I know, that they're pretending, they're still faking it. They're still faking it. Hi. Hey. How are you? I know you don't fucking like me. It's crazy. It's crazy. Let's get back to awakening. Yeah, so when you realize that the world isn't what you thought, I don't know, it might have been a depressing process for a lot of people, but it wasn't for me. For me, it was very exciting. I was learning some new shit. I like to learn. So it was cool. And, you know, stop trying to wake people up. Or to keep going. Whatever. You want to keep going? You want to waste your time trying to wake these sleepers up? Fuck them. Leave them where they're at, man. Talk to the people that are already awake. Even they probably don't want to talk to you, you know? But if you can find some people that are already awakening or going through that process, talk to them. Fuck the other people, man. Fuck them. Leave them where they're at. They don't want help. They don't want to see through the illusions. They don't want to see nothing. But if you must try and wake people up, just send them some videos so you can plant the seeds in their minds. You don't need to argue with these people, okay? They're not going to listen, okay? Especially if you're not a fucking... Sorry I'm swearing so much, but especially if you're not a smart, educated person, they're not going to listen to you. They're not going to listen to you. It's fine. People are so egotistical these days. They don't even know the ego is a real thing. Most people don't even know it's a real thing. It is. It is. I mean, they throw it around. Oh, you're egotistical. But they don't even know it's that real. That's that real. And you get caught in ego all the time. You either make a decision from your soul or from your ego. If you don't even know that you have a soul or an ego, you're just walking around thinking, oh, I'm just a human being, but you don't even know the ego is such a tangible thing, or whatever, however you say it. Not tangible, but however you say it. That it's such a real thing, and that your soul is such a real thing. You don't even know that. You're just walking around fucking... No wonder people are just fucking hating each other, hurting each other. Hurt people. Matching energy. You know how stupid matching energy is? You know how much shit I see on matching energy, bro? Oh, that person did this to me, so I'm going to match their energy. You can't clean shit with shit. How are you going to clean shit with shit? You're going to match someone's energy because you felt offended? The fuck? That's not even smart. It doesn't even make sense. I'm going to match this person's energy. I bet this goes well. It's the world we live in. It's the world we live in. Clown world. The Matrix. But love. That's what we need to get back to, is love. That's what the awakening process ultimately will get us to. It's to seeing that we need to get back to real love. Because it's not fucking out here. And I don't care if you're listening to this and you have kids or you have a partner and that offends you. You go, oh no, not me, I'm in real love. You better fucking check. You better check you're not in a trauma bond. Oh, some people are going to hate me. Some people are going to hate me, man. Saying it like it is. I mean, I should work on my delivery for sure. For sure. But fuck it. This is probably... See, even when I say the ego is a real thing, this is even an ego episode, kind of. I am coming from a good place. The intention is good, to tell the truth. To ultimately try and get us back to love and real love. But sometimes you're going to have to tell some hard truths to do that. And I probably shouldn't be so dicky about it. I'll work on it. I will work on it. So if you're going to continue to watch the episodes, I will work on it. Okay? I still have a bit of dickiness, bit of toxicity about me. Okay? I'll work on it. I will work on it. Because I should be conveying this a bit more clearly in a place definitely rooted from soul, from more love. I don't know how to say it, man. I don't know how to tell you that everybody's fake without saying that they're all fake. I don't know how to do that from a real loving place. I mean, I am coming from a loving place, but I don't know how to make it sound better other than just tell it. So I'm just going to tell it. I will work on that. I will try to figure out delivery a lot better. For sure. But for now, this is what I'm working with. For now, I'm working with what I got. Sometimes you got to tell the hard truths and be a bit dicky. So people might listen. Well, no, probably not. Whatever. Okay. I just keep going on rants, so I get way off track of what we're talking about. We're talking about the Great Awakening, the Great Divide. It really is a divide, you know. Whether you like it or not, there will be division until there is unity again. Until we can have real unity again, there will have to be division first. So then there already is. Things usually have to fall apart before they come together or fall together. So seeing through the illusions is great, but eventually all the illusions are going to have to crack and have to break before we can get back to a place of where we are one, we are love, real love, etc. So all the illusions are going to crack. They're already cracking, but they're going to crack hard soon, boy. They're going to crack hard soon. I can't give you a definitive timeline of when some crazy shit's going to happen that will affect the world and people will go into panic mode and there will be limited resources of food and whatnot. I'm just coming up with theories that's going to happen. I don't know that's going to happen. That's my theory, is that when all the illusions start to crack and break and come down, and even the sleepers start to see it, oh, it's going to get interesting. It is going to get interesting. So that's why if you're going through an awakening, you will... I'm not saying you have to do anything. You don't have to do nothing. But there will come a time where some crazy stuff in the world might happen and we might have to be there to help the people that didn't listen to us because they're not going to know what's going on because they didn't listen. And that's fine. We shouldn't be coming from a place of, I told you so. We should be coming from a place of love. And now that's going to be hard for some people to get their head around. Especially if you're at the start of the awakening and people think you're a crazy conspiracy theorist. Get over it. Get over it and do not have resentment or hate towards these people. It's fine. Let it go. It is fine. We need to get back to love. And we do that from going within first. So stop looking at the government, man. Yes, we know the government's corrupt. We know. And if you don't know, now you know. The whole government's corrupt in every country ever. They're all coordinated in a plan together to keep the illusion going, to keep you in fear. That is the point, to keep you in a low frequency, which is fear and division and hate, etc. High frequency, love, gratitude, joy, whatever, all that stuff. All the good stuff, high frequency. All the low stuff, all the bad stuff, low frequency, okay? And most people live in fear and they don't even realize they live in fear. It's crazy. A lot of rambling. I know. A lot of rambling. do need to work on delivery a lot better. Probably a lot of ego, a lot of dickiness in this particular episode. Need to work on that for sure. If you're at the point of the awakening where you feel lonely, or you are alone, you are not alone. Okay? You are not alone. You have people out here that are also can see what you see. To any human being actually out there who feels like they're not alone, they are alone. You are not alone. Source or God, whatever way you want to put it, whatever way you want to call it, is always walking with you. Always. And we're also part of the same whole. We are one. So you're never truly alone. We are all connected. Whether people don't like that or not, we are all connected to each other. I'm here alone. Besides Source. Besides Source, God, I've been alone for a long time now. Get over it. That's probably a bit harsh. But, you know what I'm saying? You are not alone. If you feel like you are alone, you are never alone. Talk to God. Talk to Source. Tell the universe. Tell the universe. Go out in nature. Be still. Meditate. You will realize you are not alone. When the trees sway, when you sit under one, you'll realize you are not alone. When the grass holds you, when you lie on it, you'll realize you are not alone. You are never, ever alone, even when it feels like you are. And you're also not broken. For any people that feel like they are broken out there, you're not broken, man. Don't listen to people, all right? People in today's world just want to hate. They want to judge. They want to criticize. But I'll tell you a secret. Nobody hates you. They hate themselves. Everything is a projection. We are all mirroring each other. We're all mirroring each other. It's one big hall of mirrors you walk down. Every day you walk down the street, hall of mirrors in some way. Somebody says something you don't like, what to do with you? Then them. I know, you don't want to hear it, but it's true. Somebody says something disrespectful to you and you want to take it personally, more to do with you than it is to do with them. I know. Some hard truths we're coming with. But it's real. It is real. I'm not saying you shouldn't have boundaries. You shouldn't let someone disrespect you. Maybe just don't be around that person anymore. Or tell them what your boundaries are. Say, please don't speak to me like I'm a piece of poo. Or whatever. Whatever your boundaries are, make them clear. Because people will walk right over your boundaries if you don't make them clear. And if they still walk over your boundaries after you do make them clear that you don't want to be mistreated or disrespected, then don't be around said person anymore. But what I'm saying is we're all mirrors, okay? So a lot of people are going to watch this episode and not like what I say or not like how I delivered it. Is that my fault? Or is that more to do with them? Well, I will take some responsibility because I'm definitely saying it in a bit of a dick way and coming with some hard truths. But it's more to do with them. If I say you're in a trauma bond, you might, I don't know if you are, you might be in a trauma bond and that triggers you. You might want to have to look at why that triggers you. That just got nothing to do with me. I'm making an observation of society as a whole, that most people look like they're in trauma bonds, friendships or relationships. You get offended by that, you might have to look at why you're getting offended by that. That's all I'm saying. Of course, my delivery could be better. I'll take responsibility for that also. But it's more of a you problem. You know. If I get triggered by something anybody says, I have to look at that and go, why am I triggered by what that person just said? What is the triggers in me that made me want to react defensively or get defensive or over-explain myself or react badly? I have to look at that. Okay? I'm not saying you have to do that. You have free will. You can do whatever you want. I'm not telling anyone to do anything. I'm putting information out there that I think can be helpful to some people. If some people don't want to take it, fine. That's great. Some people do want to take it a little bit. Amazing. That's all good, all amazing. It's love. I come from a place of love. I truly do. May not sound like it, but I do. Because I want what's best for the collective, the whole. And the only way we can get to what's best for the collective, the whole, collective consciousness, humanity, is by speaking about the hard truths, speaking about all of the hard truths. That's having discourse, having discussion. That's the only way that we're going to get to a place of real love back in this bitch. Because when you look around today at the world, and you really take a look, not just your world, in the actual whole world, you take a look, and you think that there's more love out here than there is hate, division, etc., you are out of your mind. Out of your mind. All right. I'm sorry to the people that really want information on awakening. I'll get there. I'm getting there. I'm all over the place. But that's the way we do it on my channel. Raw, real, rants. That's the way I'm going to keep it, I think, you know. I could learn the editing. I could learn the YouTube proper stuff, but I like raw. I like real. I like the rants. I like it. I like it. I'll probably change it, but I like it. Ugh. All right. It's a lot of talking, not saying much. All right. So, yes, the awakening process, not just love, light. It's going to be pain. It's going to be looking at all your shit. It's going to be, yeah, it's not going to be fun. You think it's going to be fun, and then you realize, no, It's not going to be fun. It's not going to be fun. It is, but it isn't. There's going to be days, love, light, kumbaya, we're all one. Amazing. There's going to be days where you're like, oh, fuck this shit, man. Fuck this shit. Why won't people wake up? Or why am I going to look inside myself and figure some shit out? You know? Why do I have the codes inside me and I have to meditate like a monk every day to find out what my purpose is? Why? But that's kind of what it is. That's kind of what it is, man. That's kind of what it is. I'm going to give it to you raw. I'm going to give it to you real. That. Just saying that sounds weird. But I'm going to give it to you raw. It's not going to be fun. You're going to get stuck sometimes on the government. You might even go back to sleep. You might even go back to sleep. Alright? Most people aren't even fully awake. Okay? Most people out here having their spiritual awakenings, they're not even fully awake. They're half awake. They're a quarter of awake. They're a fraction of awake. They're not fully awake. I'm not even going to say I'm fully awake. Mind open? Sure. Heart open? Sure. Soul coming back online? Sure. But fully awake? Fully high frequency? No, not yet. No. We got some work to do. We got some work to do, for sure. I just want to have some discourse, man. Someone watching this, put some comments in, not because I need clout, whatever. I want to have some discourse. Tried to do a live stream the other day and couldn't figure it out. So I got to figure that out. And then maybe we can do a live stream so we could actually have in real time discourse. That'd be amazing. That'd be amazing. Yeah. Yeah. But I want to have some discourse with other people. You know how much people out here I know that are going through awakening? You try to talk to them and they're like, nah, bro, it's a self-journey. Yeah, it is, but it's also a collective one. You can also fucking have some discourse. Also talk to me about it. Nobody wants to do that. Madness out here. Madness. Okay. What is shadow integration? If you're new to the awakening, I don't know what to tell you. I'm skipping all the government shit. Get over it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about who controls the world. Don't worry about who's the puppet master. Don't worry about the Jews. Don't worry about whatever level you're up to. Just don't even worry about it. Disregard the whole shit. Don't even worry about it. It's not helpful. It is, but it's not. It's not. Okay? There's no point going telling people your government's corrupt. They don't care anyway. They don't care. They trust the government. They don't care. What is shadow integration? Alright? So if you want to do some inner work, if you're interested in what the inner work is, shadow integration is part of the inner work. What is shadow integration? Shadow integration is basically just facing yourself, being brutally honest with yourself. Brutally honest. You don't have to do anything. You should be brutally honest with yourself about anything and everything. Alright? Whatever you have guilt about, whatever you have shame about, whatever you have regret about. Be honest with yourself. You want to speak it out loud. You want to write it out. And you want to integrate that. integrate your shadow. So not get rid of all of it, okay? There is a purpose for it. The purpose for it. So you can integrate it and love it. Love your shadow. That's what you want to do. You want to integrate and love your shadow. Not run from it. Most people running from their shadow. They don't want to look at their regrets. They don't want to look at their guilt. They don't want to look at their pain. They don't want to heal from their trauma. This is most people in today's society. Okay? I'm not saying everybody, but I'm saying that's most people. But if you're interested in doing the inner work, then that's what this is. Shadow integration. Your insecurities. Whatever you're insecure about, you want to bring that to the surface. You want to write it out. You want to write out why you are insecure, why you are fearful, why you are whatever it might be. Shameful, regret, whatever. I don't know. That's for you to decide and figure out. And you want to write it all out. You want to look at, you got insecurities, you want to look in the mirror and you want to tell yourself, I love you. Whatever you're insecure about. If you're insecure about your looks, you're insecure about, I don't know, whatever. Your height, I don't know. Whatever you're insecure about, if you're jealous of someone, you'll write that out too. You want to write that out. You want to get to the point of why am I jealous? Okay. Maybe I'm jealous because of this reason. Because of this reason. Okay, great. Then you want to figure out what to do about that. Because you can do something about it. Okay? So if you have shame for something, you can forgive yourself for whatever that thing possibly is. Now this is a process that you're going to need to do a bit more than once. That's why it's not a fun time. You're going to need to do it more than once. If you have somebody to forgive, if you have trauma, you're going to need to do that more than once. You're going to need to write it out. You're going to need to speak it out. You're going to need to tell them in person. And then you're going to need to do that more than once so it gets etched in your mind that you do actually forgive them. You can't just say it once and then go, oh, okay, I forgive them. And then later on you feel some type of way about them and you don't know why you feel some type of way because you thought you forgave them. But you didn't. You said it one time. You got to do that over and over and over again till it rewrites the story in your mind. Okay? If you have shame for something, you need to forgive yourself for whatever that is. But you need to do it over and over and over and over again. That's basically the process of shadow integration or healing from trauma as well in there. I should really structure these better. I should write a plan next time and structure these better. I like the raw, I like the real, I like to ramble, but it's probably not that helpful. It's probably not that helpful. I hope I gave you some helpful information today, though, that we live in Fakeville. That's true. And most people lie to themselves every day. That's true. I'm not saying everybody. So if you're out there, you feel like you don't lie to yourself, that's up to you to figure out whether that's a lie or not. I don't know. But I'm just saying, from looking at today's society, you know, these are a lot of things I can see. And I can see what most average people can't see. I'm average too, alright? I'm not saying I'm not average, calm down. But I can just see what most people can't see. That's one of my, if not the only gift that I have. I've always been able to see what other people cannot see. Or just refuse or aren't willing to see. I'm willing to see. I'm willing to look. I'm willing to have an open mind. A lot of people are not. Cool. Whatever. Alright, that's probably going to be it for today. For the ramble, for the rant, that's probably going to be it for the day. I need to structure these better now I'm thinking about it. I need to get better at delivery now I'm thinking about it. And I definitely need to structure out how I need to do an episode. I'll do it next episode I'll do on the illusions, whatever, so that people at the start of the awakening process and who are just seeing through the illusions and just questioning everything, I might do an episode dedicated to that, and so you can take something from that. Even though I do just subscribe to just leave that alone, like don't go down the rabbit holes. They want you down the rabbit holes. They want you to go down, Neo. They want you to go down the rabbit holes. They don't want you waking up fully. They want you to keep pulling the strings that leads to this thing, that leads to this thing, that leads to this thing. That's outside of yourself. So that you don't try and become the best possible human version of yourself, spiritual version of yourself, etc. They don't want you at a high frequency, all right? They don't want you at a high frequency where you have no fear. Well, you have fear, but you walk through that shit like it's nothing. They don't want you there. They want you eating the low frequency food, watching the low reality TV programs or whatever the fuck people watch. They want you watching Love Island with your girl. You know, that's what they want. They want you to focus on anything else that is not you or with inside you. They don't want you looking at spirituality. That's why they get you looking in any other direction. Here, look at religion. Nothing against religion. Religion's great. Religion is great. Get you to believe in a higher power, great. Get you to get you to do the things to become a good person, amazing. But they also say in religion that spirituality is very bad. Well, at least in Christianity they say that. Because they don't want you looking at spirituality. Maybe you should look into it if you haven't already. If you, whatever. If you're if you think I'm crazy conspiracy theorist, look into that, spirituality. If you are having an awakening and you know what I'm talking about, look into that, spirituality. Yeah, man. And just love yourself. Have love for yourself, you know. Have love for yourself so that you can better love others. Sorry about the background noise. There's going to be background noise, all right? Whatever. So sue me. This is the mic I'm working with. Place I'm working with. I'm working with it. Get over it. No, but on a real note, I love you all from the deepest, purest part of my heart. I have love for everybody in the universe. For real. Don't let anybody tell you what you've done, you're the worst person ever. Don't let anybody tell you that. Don't let anybody tell you you ain't shit. Don't let anybody tell you what you can and can't do. I'm not saying do anything bad. You shouldn't go out trying to be bad towards people, but just, you know what the fuck I'm saying. Don't let anybody tell you who you are or what you can achieve in this world. You gotta believe that you can achieve anything that you want. This life is a dream. Alright, man. I will definitely figure out how to structure these better, talk better, deliver it better, talk more clear and in my voice properly. I'll figure it out, man, but we're third video in. This went for 2 hours of ranting and rambling. Whatever. I hope that someone takes something from it. I do. I hope someone takes something from it. Whether it's that we are all one, whether that's you're going to have to get over that most people are fake in today's world, whether that's whatever you take from it, man. It's love. It's love. It's always been love. I am love. I hope we can all get to a place where we can bring real love back into this bitch, man. Where we can bring real love back into this world because it ain't here enough. And I want to speak to people that do have a lot of love for themselves and their family and their friends and other people. There's a lot of people out here that do have a lot of love. You need to step up also. It's a collective thing here. As much as a personal journey, it's a collective journey to try and get society back on track. Society and the world. And we need to work together, man. We need to work together. Stop division. Stop hate. What are we doing? Why are we hating on each other? Why are we judging each other? Why are we killing each other? It doesn't make any sense when you really think about it. It's literally ridiculous. And there's no point being like, oh, this is not my thing. I love my family. No, it's not working. It's not working. It's not working just taking care of your one family, taking care of yourself. It's not working, man. We need to get together. We need to work together. We need to have more conversation, open conversation about this sort of stuff. Not just awakening. If you're listening to this and you don't know what the fuck awakening is, or spirituality, or illusions, or matrix, or whatever, hopefully you can also take some stuff that I said about society and love. And this, that we need to come together. That would be helpful to the world as a whole. There's no point looking out there and saying, it looks messed up, I'm just going to take care of me and mine. That's not going to help. It's going to help you, and that's great. But where's the selflessness in that? Yeah, you're taking care of your family, and that's great. But it's still pretty selfish. It is. People might not like that one either. But it's still pretty selfish. Because you're ultimately taking care of those people for you. So that you have a family. So that they stay around. So that they don't leave you. Whatever. It's still selfish as much as it is selfless. But we need to get a bit more selfless about the collective of humanity. Or else where's it going to go, man? Where's it going to go? If you look out and you see society rapidly declining, like I can see it, or the world rapidly declining, where's it going to keep going? If we don't step up and try to bring it back to love, bring it back to joy, peace, unity, one, see each other as one. When I walk around out here, I don't see different people. I don't see, oh, this is a different person anymore. I say that's another version of me, because it is. I think I said this in the last episode, but the ants on the ground can work together. The ants on the ground, they're this big that we think that we're better than, can work together. For the most part. Maybe one ant kills another ant. Maybe. But for the most part, they can all work together. But we can't seem to figure it the fuck out. Come on, man. Let's get it back. Let's get it back. Stop having this selfish mindset. I take care of me and my family. That's still selfish. I don't care if you take problem with that. That is still somewhat selfish. You gotta bring love back into the world, man. Gotta bring love back into the world, man. Alright, next episode I will talk more about awakening. Hopefully there's not as much background noise and whatnot. Hopefully I can deliver it better from more soul. Yeah, I love you all. Each and every single one of you. I swear to source. I love you all. You are loved. It's love. And be grateful for what you have, man. Be grateful for what you have. Be grateful. Be grateful to be here and be grateful for what you have. I don't have nothing. There's a box here. There's a laptop. There's a phone. I got some money. And that's it. I'm rocking with me. But I'm grateful to be here. I am grateful to be here. So, it's love. It's gratitude. And it's love. Did I say love? Love. Yeah! Love, baby.